that's really good too. Just the focus on appearance, and you see Robin Hood, because if I remember correctly, even in this book, Robin Hood is he starts off as like he's at least a yeoman, if not like a noble. And
Mm,
traditionally, Robin of Locksley, like
mm,
he sort of loses his noble status in some of the other versions of it, at least. But
mm.
you do see him sort of voluntarily going down
Right.
to,
Yeah.
to be the bandit in the woods, to be living in the woods, to be, robbing from the rich, to sort of escape from society and live on the fringes, which again is
Yeah.
very, sort of consciously taking on that trickster role,
Yeah.
in order to sort of enact that energy in his society, and having the ability to see that's required to do so, like you're saying, because if you're only concerned with appearances, there's no way you're going to voluntarily step, outside. Like you were talking about, Jesus earlier. Jesus hung out with the tax collectors and the prostitutes, like same
Right.
kind of a
Yeah.
thing. So voluntarily going down to that lower level and trying to generate something from there.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So that focus on appearances, and then the sort of inability to see because you were so focused on being
Yeah.
seen. Like that's really great. I
Yeah.
I love that. Um, I thought I had something to say, but I'm blanking at the moment. You got
Yeah, I do. Well, so what you just said, I was thinking of how it's remarkable to me that many of the greatest teachers of history, like they said this about Confucius, I believe Buddha also had like literal criminals or people who had led a life of crime around them. No problem with that at all. It's there. It shows they're speaking to something true and deep in the society because it attracts people from every walk of life.
hmm And it's recognizing that even, or also especially, those who are downtrodden in the society have a lot of things that are not being nurtured, not being cultivated,
Mm,
and that's where, I mean, that's what Trickster's there to do,
mm,
and that's where a lot of the hidden good is found, I think, in things.
mm.
I don't know. I'm definitely not interested in trying to get into the center of town myself. No, thank you. Not that I'm going to go around saving society or anything, I don't think, but the appeal of the margin and the sort of the ease of that area is, much more. It just makes more sense. You can breathe better, you know. So
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't know.
if this is comforting, the end of Plato's Republic, they've gone through this ideal society, this, do you want to be a ruler, a philosopher king, a tyrant, and they sort of at least explicitly come to a conclusion that it's kind of better to be in the middle, that
Hmm.
for sort of happiness of sort of virtue and things. I mean, I think practically speaking, one would have, more money, more problems. Like it is kind of, it is maybe in a way hard to sort of to mix things to for a rich man to pass through the eye of a needle,
Right,
so
right. Yeah.
or sorry,
Mhm.
harder for a rich man to get into the kingdom of heaven than it is for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle. But
I totally knew what you meant. It didn't sound
thank
strange at all.
you.
I was like, yeah, rich man, eye of the needle. Awesome. I got you.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah.